R phase, the starting of each winding is connected with the starting of another winding. So this is the looks like a delta. Now taking the different lines from that, so here the voltage is between, suppose that V R, and between R and B, this is between B and Y, and you can also take that R and this is R and Y, there is B and Y, and this is R and B. These are the three phases. This is called the delta connection. Just go through one video of that connection.
Sometimes it is very much required to transform a delta connection in an electric network to star for simplifying it. For delta to star transformation, we will first consider 3 points A, B and C on a network where a delta is connected as shown. Here, resistor R1 is connected across points A and C, resistor R3 is connected across points C and B, and resistor R2 is connected across points B and A. Now, suppose an equivalent star is connected in place of the delta, and we have to calculate the resistance of each arm of the star in terms of each resistance of that delta. Let arm of resistance Ra of the equivalent star is connected with point A, arm of resistance Rb of the equivalent star is connected with point B, and arm of resistance Rc is connected with point C. Now think about the resistance value of the delta across points B and C, and as you see from the diagram, there are two parallel resistive paths across B and C. One path is through resistor R3 and another path is through series combination of R2 and R1. Hence, the equivalent resistance between these points will be parallel combination of R3 and R2 plus R1, and this is equal to R3 into R2 plus R1 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now, think about the resistance value of the star across same points B and C. As you see from the diagram, there are two resistors RB and RC across the points B and C. Hence, the equivalent resistance between these points will be series combination of RB and RC, and this is equal to RB plus RC. Here RA will not come into our calculation as it is just open circuited. Since the two systems are identical, resistances measured between points B and C in both of the systems must be equal. So, RB plus RC is equal to R3 into R2 plus R1 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3, and say this is equation 1. Similarly, if we think about the equivalent resistance of delta and star respectively in between points C and A, we can prove that RC plus RA is equal to R1 into R3 plus R2 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3, and say this is equation 2. When we think about points A and B in the diagram, we can similarly prove that RA plus RB is equal to R2 into R1 plus R3 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3, and say this is equation 3. Now if we add equations 1, 2 and 3, we shall get 2 into RA plus RB plus RC is equal to 2 into R1 into R3 plus R2 into R3 plus R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3, or RA plus RB plus RC is equal to R1 into R3 plus R2 into R3 plus R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3 and say this is equation 4. Now if we subtract equations 1, 2 and 3 from equation 4, we will have respectively RA equals R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3, RB equals R2 into R3 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3, and RC equals R3 into R1 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is resistance of each arm of the star in terms of each resistance of that delta. Thank you.
The application of three-phase circuit or the polyphase circuit, these are mainly used as a control rectifier. These are the connection which can be obtained from the control rectifier, like a three-phase half-wave rectifier, three-phase full-wave rectifier, six-phase half-wave rectifier, three-phase double-star interphase transformer. Let's start with the three-phase half-wave rectifier. The primary winding is the delta winding or the delta connection. So this is our transmitter section, where it is also known as a primary winding, phase R, Y and B. Now what about the receiver side? This is something, the Y connection. This is our receiver section, R phase, Y phase and B phase. This is three phase half wave rectifier. So to making the three phase half wave rectifier, you have to connect the diode anode of each and every diode with the respected phase. Like a anode of D1 diode is connected with the phase R, anode of D2 diode which is connected with B, and the anode of D3 diode is connected with phase Y, and the fourth terminal, that is neutral. Then the cathode terminal of each and every three diodes are connected with each other and applied to one of the terminal of load resistor, and the second terminal of load resistor is given to the fourth terminal of the winding Y, that is neutral winding. So this is the circuit of three phase half wave rectifier. Now the input waveform. With respect to time, the input waveform starting with the 0 degree instant, suppose this is origin phase or phase 1, that is R phase, 0 to instant, that is pi, 2 pi, 3 pi again. Now to design the Y and B phase, there is one technique. You just divide that phase into equal two parts. Now the first phase is passing from here. This is symmetrical circuit, so each and every phase has the same frequency and same magnitude. Suppose this is the phase Y and the last one phase is B. this is B. So the instants, how can we define the instant? Whenever the two phases are cross coupled or the intersect with each other, then this is known as an instant. Like here, this is for instant 1, this is for instant 2, 3, 4, 5 and up to that. Remember one thing, here we can define the half wave rectifier, so you have to consider either the positive half cycle or the negative half cycle. Here we are consider the positive half cycle, that's why I am taking the instant from the upper side, not the lower side. Now the output, you have to just track out that instant. Now just check out the current, when the current or which phase is responsible for passing the current and which phase is responsible for to negative side the current. So for that we have to check the instant like that. At the instant of 0 to 1, you have to just find out the which amplitude of which phase has the maximum, or the anode of which phase has the maximum. Now this is somehow clear. So at the phase 1 we see that the B phase has the highest amplitude, or if the anode of B phase is most positive. So now our current is starting from here, the phase B to D2. So the starting for B, phase B, then flowing from the D2, then RL and neutral. So this is our cycle 1, or you can say that the instant 0 to 1. This is instant 0 to 1. Now so that the amplitude is for that due to the diode D2 and the responsible phase is B. Now what happens at the instant 1 to 2? At the instant 1 to 2, the current is now coming from the neutral, then again which phase is starting from, then again check at the instant of 1 to 2 which phase is most positive, that is R. So now my current is up to N, it starts continuous flowing from R to D1, R to D1, D1 to RL and RL to again N. This is our cycle 2 and the instant 1 to 2. So the diode which is responsible for that is D1. Now the second thing, that the instant 2 to 3, which phase has the highest potential or the amplitude, that is the phase B. So now my current is flowing from the N to B, B to D2, that is Y, then D3, then RL and again back to N. This is instant 2 to 3. So now start that is D3. So the cycle is now continuous, again it is D2, again it is D1, again it is D3. So it becomes, so the sequence of the diodes is such like that: D2, D1, D3, D2, D1, D3 up to, and the sequence of phase is such like that, the starting with the B phase, then R phase, then the starting phase is here is our Y phase, sorry, and this is our B phase. So the starting is Y, R, B, again Y, R, it's almost starting. And here the cycle of the current is like that, starting with the R, Y, D3, RL, N, R, D1, RL, B, D2, RL, N. So this is now complete the 360 degree conduction period, and this is the 3-phase half wave rectifier where you can find the output only for the half cycles. The next term that is most useful in a 3-phase circuit, that is line voltage and the phase voltage. The line voltage, the potential difference between any two lines is known as the line voltage. Like the line between A and B, the line voltage is known as VAB. The line between B and C, then line voltage is known as a VBC. And you consider the line is A and C, then the line voltages are VAC or EAC. Then the next one, that is a phase voltage. The voltage across any two terminals of a phase or winding is known as a phase voltage. Like two windings that R1 terminals, that is R1 and R2. So across that winding, if you taking the voltage, then it is known as a ER. That is ER is a phase voltage. Y1 and Y2, across Y1 and Y2, we have to just find out the voltage, that is known as a EY. And between two terminals B1 and B2, just voltage find out, that is known as a EB. So ER, EY and EB are the phase voltages for particular 3-phase circuit. The line current, again we can just we just go through that line voltage, line current, phase voltage and phase current. This is just a definition of that one. The line current, it is a current flowing through the particular line, that is IA flowing from the A phase, IB flowing from the B line, and IC the flowing from the C line. And the same the phase current, which the current which is flowing from the particular phase, like R phase, so IR, B phase then IB, and Y phase then IY. Friends, after the very short break, we just continued our lecture. So for that, up to that, just thank you.